Hey everybody, this is Brian with Bear Cards 34. Coming back today with a mail day. I have a really exciting letter here from Ed over at Angry Old Man, so I'm excited to see what's in there. That was a total surprise to me. Was not expecting that at all. So definitely made my day when I saw that in the mail. So I'm going to start off with a couple mail day pickups. This one right here is from eBay. This is a Tobin Rote 1958 for the Detroit Lions. And Terry does a better job than I will on describing, Tobin Rote and his career. But I watched a recent video from Terry over at TJ Maxx Vintage Cards and Nostalgia and really liked what he had to say. So Tobin Rote, he played for the Packers, Lions, Chargers, Broncos. He won an NFL championship with the Lions in '57 and an AFL championship with the Chargers in 1963. He was a really good passer, but a really good runner as well. So I'm very happy to get this card right here from 1958. Off center, left to right, but it's a really sharp card. Looks really good for the age. So I'm very happy to be able to add that to my collection. And I'll include a link to Terry's video on that in the description if you guys want to check that out. Terry's got a great channel, and always encourage people to give that a strong viewing. Next up, another channel that I love, John Mangini. Shout out to John Mangini. You guys probably are familiar with his great channel as well. He was doing a video a little while back and showed a disc, a Crane potato chips disc card. And right when I saw it, I thought, wow, I need that card.
It will be mine. Oh yes, it will be mine.
All right, so that card right here, the Crane potato chips, Walter Payton, 1976. So this came out the same year as Walter Payton's rookie card. And when I saw John with a copy of this, I thought, yeah, I really want to get one of those in my collection. And I was afraid it was going to be a lot more expensive than it was, but I got this for I thought, a very fair deal. So very happy to have that for my Walter Payton collection. For those of you who follow my channel, the 34 for Bear Cards 34 is all about Walter. Okay, and then my final pickups are a handful of vintage cards from a buddy of mine, Mike. He has a YouTube channel that has a link to his eBay store, Cards in the Closet. And Mike is just an awesome guy. You might be familiar with some of his videos that I've done in the past. So he's the one he's been a follower of my channel for a long time, and he knew that the last card I needed to complete the run of 1980s Topps sets was this Joe Montana rookie card, and he gave me an extremely good deal on this. Very, very excited. Still one of my all-time favorite cards. So anyway, he has a lot of cards. He collected for many, many years, got out of the hobby, but still enjoys the cards and the hobby. And so he has put together an eBay site now with cards, and it was really interesting. He and I texted back and forth, and he was telling me the process of having to scan the cards, upload the cards, price the cards, document the cards. I didn't realize just how much was involved. Quite the process. So anyway, he's got many, many more cards that he'll be scanning and doing over the next year or more, I'm sure. But he does have some really good cards in that on that site, so I will be including a link to his eBay channel. So if you guys want to check that out and see if there are any good cards you guys would like to pick up. So right here we have a Gene Upshaw. This card right here, when he played, he's a Hall of Famer. When he played, I remember him with the NFLPA more than anything else. So I knew he was a former All-Star guard and Hall of Famer as well. And I know he passed away a few years ago. This is his 1973 Topps card. He's a two-time Super Bowl champion as well. So very happy to have that card. And I also picked up this Jackie Smith 1972 Topps card. Never had, this is my first playing days Jackie Smith card. He was a 5-time Pro Bowl tight end with the Cardinals. He's in the Hall of Fame as well. Unfortunately, he gets mentioned a lot with that drop pass in the end zone when he was playing with the Cowboys his final year of 1978. So if he had caught that pass, that would have tied the game against the Steelers. And so I know that he's kind of well known for that drop in the Super Bowl, but he actually was a great tight end, very, very talented. In fact, when he retired after the 1978 season, he had the most receiving yards by a tight end in NFL history. And ironically, it was Ozzie Smith who passed him up back in around like 1990. And Ozzie Newsome started in 1978, which was Jackie Smith's last season. Next up, we've got David Deacon Jones. And this is a strange card. This is him on the Chargers. He had just finished up with the Rams. Obviously, he and Merlin Olsen and all those guys, great Hall of Fame players. And Deacon was amazing. He 5 times was the NFL quarterback sack leader. And they didn't keep official records until 82. But he was absolutely amazing. Lots and lots of quarterback sacks in his career. So he played 2 years with the Chargers and then a final year in '74 with Washington. But obviously he's best known for his years with the Rams. But happy to have that card. I think that's my first Deacon Jones card as well. Another Hall of Famer right here. Another great defensive player. Willie Lanier. And this is his 1972 tops. He's an 8-time Pro Bowler, 8-time All-Pro, and won a Super Bowl with the Chiefs. And is also, like I said, part of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Very happy to have that card as well. And then this guy right here, Kermit Alexander. When I was a kid, I just remember him because of his name Kermit, but he was actually a really good player. First round pick of the 49ers back in '63. And his best year was '68 when he was an All-Pro and had 9 interceptions. But the thing that I remember most about Kermit was that he was the one involved in the tackle that injured Gale Sayers. And obviously, Gale Sayers came back, still ran for 1,000 yards, but it really did limit his career, I think shorten his career, and he never had quite the step after that injury. But, Gale Sayers, one of the all-time most talented offensive weapons ever. And Kermit was involved in that play with the injury, unfortunately. And then the last couple here, we got a Harold Jackson. This is his 1971 Topps card. I actually had his cards as a kid because he played... I don't remember what year he retired, but he played into the, I believe, early 80s. And so I used to buy older packs from my LCS. I started collecting in 87, 88, but they had packs of cards dating back to 78. And so I would buy packs, and I used to get Harold Jackson cards. And he was a very, very good player. Underrated, really. But Harold Jackson made 5 Pro Bowls. He led the NFL in receiving yards twice, and he had over 10,000 yards receiving when he retired, which, again, this is, most of that before the Mel Blount rule. And, so getting 10,000 yards in a career was very, very impressive. He had a game against the Cowboys where he had over 200 yards and 4 touchdowns, and that was by far his most notable game. And then last up, I got Jack Kincannon for the Chicago Bears. So this is his 71 Topps card. I just like him because he was on the team with Brian Piccolo and Gale Sayers, and he played himself in the movie Brian Song. And obviously, because I'm named after Brian Piccolo, and because of that movie, I have a fond attachment to anything associated with that. So happy to have the Kincannon card. He kind of split time with Bobby Douglas back and forth. Passed away a few years back, but he was the quarterback the last season that George Halas was a coach. And what's funny is he not only played for the Bears, but he also played for the Packers and the Lions, and also for the Cowboys and Eagles. But playing for the Bears, Packers, and Lions gave him, I'm sure, an interesting perspective. But really nice cards, really nice shape. Really happy to have those. So definitely check out Mike's channel, Cards in the Closet, and I'll include a link to that in the description of the video. All right, so last up we've got Ed from Angry Old Man, and it's kind of a funny name because he is, his channel, if it were accurately described, I would say would be a generous middle-aged man. But anyway, he's just a very nice guy in the community and has a great channel, amazing collection of autographs and memorabilia. I'll include a link to his channel as well. Looks like there's a couple things in here. Oh, cool. All right, so we have a card right here. Brian, Bear Cards 34. Oh, right on. Oh, very cool. Brian, sorry for this being late. I hope you had a great holiday season and have a great 2023. All the best, Ed, angry old man. Ooh, Matt Suey photo. Right on. Okay, so first of all, Ed, thank you so much. That is very thoughtful of you. Love the card. Matt Suey is one of my all-time favorite Chicago Bears for multiple reasons. Wow. Wow. Oh, that is awesome. Wow. Well, Ed, I love this. Thank you so much. So Matt Suey and Walter Payton were best friends. Great teammates. Walter loved to tease him. There's a hilarious photo, if you guys want to look for it, where Matt Suey is lined up in front at the fullback. Payton is behind him as the halfback. And Walter reached over and pulled Matt Suey's pants down as he's in his stance for the play. But they just had a great relationship, even right up until Walter's death. Matt Suey was always there for him. He was the executive of his estate. He's been a big support for Walter's late widow and kids, Jared and is Connie the wife? I'm trying to remember. Anyway, yeah, both his Walter's son and daughter, as well as Connie Payton. And great fullback, great player, great teammate. That is a beautiful autograph. So, Ed, I can't thank you enough. That is so generous of you. You really didn't have to do that, but it's come to a very good home. I love it. It's fantastic. So thank you so much. And just very, very kind and very, very thoughtful. You guys definitely check out Ed's channel. He has some great content, so I'll include a link for that as well. So really, you're going to see some links for Mike's eBay store with some really great cards. And he collected a lot in the 80s, right up until I think it was around 90 or 91. He has a lot of stuff. One of my videos was getting really good condition to replace some of my older cards from like 85, 86, 82, score 90, or score 89, I should say. So that definitely helped upgrade the condition of some of my cards from when I was a kid and didn't really take care of them the way I could have. So a lot of his stuff is not listed right now, but I'm sure if you want to reach out to him, he could definitely let you know what he's got, and you can look at his website at what's on there as well. But good cards from a great person with some, and a very trustworthy, legit guy. He's been great to, to hook me up with some awesome cards over the last couple years. And Terry over at TJ Maxx Vintage Cards and Nostalgia, John Mancini and his great channel always has a lot of great insight. So I'll include links to all of those if you guys are not already familiar, which you probably are, but just in case. Anyway, thanks so much everybody for watching. I really appreciate this. Stuff like this is what the hobby's all about. Really, really appreciate that, Ed. Thanks again. All right, everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy football, the playoffs, time with family and friends, and I will be back with more videos in the near future. And as always, go Bears.